Yes, how you guys doing? This is Dagnet. What I want to do is to advise people to not build your house in Africa, anywhere in Africa. Why? Only build your house if you're about to move, relocate, or retire there within 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. Because if you still living in the West and you haven't yet decided when you're gonna move, if you're gonna move, how you're gonna move, why you're gonna move, you haven't answered all of those questions honestly to yourself yet. What are you doing building a house? To do what? Then you build, I know many people have done this in the past. I want to advise you to stop it. You build a nice house, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, however long it takes you. You work hard and hustle and build a nice big house, and you're not ready to move back home. Then you're gonna have somebody to live in your brand new house. They're gonna enjoy your house for you. Because once the house is finished, you might come down there for 1 or 2 weeks or something to check it out, live there, enjoy it, and then you come back to the West to work. To do what? You see, so you have struggled and worked hard to build your house, only for somebody to go enjoy your house for 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 years, whenever you decide you want to move back home. Me, I don't like anything used. I would prefer to buy something brand new, even though it's cheap, but it's new. I'm the first owner. I don't like use nothing. Use furniture, use clothes, use car, use bed, dishes, pots, shoes, handbags. I never like nothing used. Some people can buy used. You'll see what's a name brand, Chanel, whatever, name brand something, and because it's name brand, even though it's used, they will buy it now. I don't care whether the name is brand or it's not brand. I'm buying it if it's being used and touched. Because you work hard for your money, and then somebody's living in your house, they're leaving their soul prints, their spirit prints, their footprints, their body prints, all kinds of funny spirits and issues. Because you're not there. You're somewhere in the West, in America, UK, Canada. This hair is itching my back. Yes, it's synthetic. Don't you worry about it. Before I digress. Now you're in the West, you're working hard for your money. Yeah? You're working really hard for your money, and somebody's living in your house. By the time you're ready to go back home, maybe in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, your house is no longer brand new, and you're not there, so you don't know what kind of party is going on. They can lie to you and tell you anything. You're not there. Unless you have a CCTV camera all over your house, inside and outside, that you can monitor on your phone, that might be an idea. So they can lie to you, or they can also lie and say, oh, the camera, somebody broke it, the battery's dead. You know how your people full of stories back home, right? So don't build a house unless you are ready to move back home and retire within 3 months to a year, maximum a year. Otherwise, save your money and do this instead. What are you going to do? Are you ready? Build yourself an investment property or several investment properties, apartment building or apartment complex. Maybe you can have one building, 3 stories, 2, 3 apartments on each stories. You got 3-story apartment. You can build one. You can start with one building, one lot. Get yourself a lot in the city, in the village, somewhere. Get yourself a lot. Okay? And then on that lot, build yourself, because the lot here in Africa, in Liberia, for specifically, the lot here can hold 3 medium-sized homes. When I say medium-sized, I mean 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms homes on 3 of them on one lot. 3 homes, medium-sized home on one lot, and you still have space. Yes, that's how big the lot. So we can even put 2 apartment buildings, 3 stories each. On each floor, you can have at least 3 apartments. So 3 times 3 is 9. Then you have 2 of those buildings, 9 and 9, that's 18. You can have 18 units right there in 2 buildings. That's an investment property. I would advise you to get an investment property, an apartment building, a restaurant, hotel, guest house, Airbnb, a department store, grocery store. Get something that is an investment property first. Build it, occupy it, let it be running for at least 1 or 2 years or so. Then you can take the money out of your investment property and find a nice land and build your dream home. Then you can come home, monitor and manage your business or businesses. You see? But you haven't built your investment property, you're building your house. Then even if you decide to move home, you build your house and move home now. How you survive? Have you saved enough money in the West to come and live? Maybe you have. Okay, then the video is not for you. But those of you who still need to save money, I will not advise you to build a house first. Because even if you build a guest house or an apartment, you can always take one of the apartment upstairs on in your building as your own and live there temporarily until your dream house is fulfilled and build up. Then you move into your dream house. But why you go invest and build your house? You move back home, no job, no source of income. That's when you start looking for businesses. No, do your investment, build your investment properties first, and let it be there for at least a year, maybe 2 years, generating very good income while you're still in the West, working real hard. So the money you're earning from your investment property plus the money you're already saving in the West, put them together. Then you can sit down and make a budget and say, okay, if I move back home, I need at least $1,000 a month to survive. And this is how much my investment property is bringing me every month. And this is how much I've saved up. Also put them together. Now I feel comfortable and secure, and I can go back home now and live comfortably without stress. When you build a house and you come home, and before you even come home, somebody have already lived in your house. People have left their footprints, their soul prints, their spirit prints, their body prints, their fingerprints. They clip their toenails all in the couch, or in the carpet. We don't have too many carpets here, which is what I like. They have hardwood floors or tiles or marble floors. I love that. But before I digress, do not build your home unless you are coming to move now. Otherwise, build yourself an investment properties that can generate you income for at least a year or two before you move back home, and then look for a land, build your dream house, live into your dream house, and manage your investment properties or manage your businesses. Now, the next concern, somebody will say, well, even if I do investment property, I can't find anybody who I can trust. Who am I going to trust to run my businesses? I'm here for that. My company is called Varetra Agency, and Varetra stands for Vacation, Relocation, and Travel. That's what Varetra stands for. Varetra, Varetra. That's one of the things that we do. We specialize in here. If you already have an apartment complex, we can manage your apartment complex for you the way people manage it in the West. I've seen how people manage apartment complexes on the ground since I've been here. I don't like it. It is completely unprofessional, disorganized, dirty. I'm not even going to go into details, but it's just nasty. And since you're not here, you don't know what's going on. They can tell you anything. And most of the people haven't traveled, so they don't even know how we keep our businesses. They don't know how we maintain and manage our properties in the West. Well, you have somebody like me who lived in America for over 30 years. I just came back home 3 months ago. I lived in America for over 30 years, 35 years, I think, to be exact. So I spent most of my life there, so I'm familiar with the culture there. But being that I was born in Liberia, I'm also familiar with the culture here. So I understand the culture of both worlds. I know the best and the worst of both worlds. So I'm the best person to manage your property. I'm the best person that you can trust to go and buy your land. Send me some money, go buy your land. Use me if you want to find somebody to build on your land, whether build your investment property, build your house, and manage it for you until you're ready to come home and relax and manage your property for yourself. We can do that as well. But do not build your house unless you're ready to move now. Instead, use that land and build some kind of investment property. Do some research. I can even do some research for you, but you know, you get nothing free. So it's part of my company, it's part of my business. I can look around, do some brainstorming, do some research, and let you know what kind of businesses are good for certain areas. And when the company on that particular area of the country begin to open up, are you with me? So please, let's use some wisdom. Do not build your house at the moment unless you're planning on moving back home. And then if you're planning on moving back home, how are you going to survive if you don't have investment properties unless you have saved at least $500,000-600,000 US? Otherwise than that, it makes no sense to go and get yourself your house built and people live in your house for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years before you come home. Your house will no longer be brand new. It's all used stuff. People don't use up all your stuff, damage all your stuff. And most of the products you even use to build your house, if it's 3 or 4, 5 years ago, it don't got old because with new technology, things are advancing. You can buy a computer today, but then you get home and turn that computer on, there's the latest model already in the store. You see how things are accelerating fast and advancing, and technology is just improving at the blink of an eye, and you go build your house 5 years, 10 years before you move back home. The house is old. Even if it just sit there, nobody's living inside, it's still old because house is meant to be used. You can't just buy a house and build a house and sit there. It will get rusted. Things will get rusted. The pipe, the cobweb, it will smell old, look old, dusty. Somebody have to live there. But why should somebody be somebody else? Why shouldn't you be the one living in your own house? If you plan properly We're going to be charging for consultation because I've been talking to a lot of people, and some people, they're not serious. They just want to waste your time and ask you the same question 50 times. That's why I see a lot of people charge for consultation fee, because if you are serious, you won't waste somebody's time, because you know time is money, money is time, time is life. So please, don't build your house unless you're ready to move now. If you're not ready to move now, build an investment property that will yield you income. So when you do decide to move back home, you have some source of income that you can live off of while you're enjoying life in paradise. Because Africa was supposed to be the land of paradise. It was created to be paradise on earth. Until the colonizer came here and destroyed, but we're going to rebuild and restore it back to the way, to the intended purpose, the way God intended it to be. It shall be so in the end. I think I've gone on long-winded, but I will have my little commercial at the end. It's about 30 seconds or 1 minute for my company to give you more details what we do. It's called Varetra Agency. We help the locals, expats, diasporans, vacation, relocate, and travel in the continent of Africa. But for now, we're started in Liberia, and once we master Liberia, we can go across the continent and have branches all over. So thank you for listening, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing, thank you for inviting. If there's any question that you have, put in the comment section. I will definitely get back to you. I will also have my contact information in